with me, Lisa Gonzalez, your host today on 12radio.com, where we are changing the way you are listening to this world. I also know that you can find us on Live 365, or you can find us in a variety of different places, whether it's on Twitch or Facebook Live. Go ahead and join our streaming feed if you want to make some comments today. That will be on 12radio.com, or that will be on my any one of the platforms that you find me on. It is 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is the 25th of January, 2022. We are live, and I'm looking forward to seeing what people have to say today. We're in the midst of Mercury retrograde. I'm shuffling the cards. I'm making sure that I am here and up and running for everybody. I'm very excited. I know that last week we had a lot of difficulties, so if you got through last week with me, thank you. It was the midst of Mercury retrograde, and it hit me pretty hard. But just like a lot of things with Mercury retrograde, I have to say, one of the good things that happened out of this Mercury retrograde was something that was limping along that I wasn't really fixing, was actually because of the slow speed of my internet and how it just completely crashed out on us this last week. I was able to take care of a long-standing problem that I had with my internet wiring in my house. It took 2 days, which was like pretty crazy, but I am happy to say I have a whole new router modem. My speed is much faster, so I should be coming in clear. I'm direct contact now with my modem, so I shouldn't have the problems that I did have. All that technical jargon meant that my internet was too slow, but had I not experienced it during the Mercury retrograde, I would have not gotten it fixed. So this goes hand in hand with a lot of things that happen with Mercury retrograde. When you say, oh, drats, Mercury retrograde is happening. What am I going to do? Everything's breaking around me. My communication skills are bad with my partner. Things that we always fight about are coming up again. Pay attention and take a look at what is going on during retrograde here, this Mercury retrograde, because it's probably a core issue that you've had problems with more than once in your lifetime. And it shows its head for us to improve upon and fix them if we can. If we can fix them, then they won't be in the next Mercury retrograde. We may have ourselves fixing the problem that was long-standing. So if you have a communication problem with your partner where you can't communicate, take the time during this retrograde and try to figure out a different way to communicate. If you could get that communication down, then you could have a better time next retrograde, whether it's your partner or somebody in business or a friendship. I know that the communication is a typical thing that breaks down. And especially since we had so many different signs this past week having a lot of issues, I know that I wasn't the only one. And I'm just happy to see everybody on my screen saying hello. And but that was not, so I know that you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I shuffled the cards. I will try to do Turnaround Tuesday. Second time may be the charm. But I was trying to talk about last week, but we won't get into that this week just yet. We're going to get into pulling because I know a lot of people here are wanting to know what the heck is going on with them this week as we go into our second week of retrograde. It's only one more week. Next week on February 3rd, I believe that's when it's for the 25th. Next week on February 3rd, we will be going direct, so it will be a good thing, and we won't have some of these communication issues that we've been having or things breaking down, and we could go back to life as we know it, whatever that may be. Okay, so I just shuffled everything, and I'm going to start pulling. We're going to pull for Capricorn. Capricorn, we're starting off with you today. What card are we going to get for Capricorn? Capricorns are always so lucky because they're the first. They can listen to this and they can be like, okay, whatever. Okay, it is the World card. I want you guys to take a look at this if I can get it. It's the World card. It's reversed. I'm going to put it right side up. Okay, so this week for you, Capricorn, with this World card reverse, you're going to be finding that you really want things to end with certain situations, and they just do not seem to be ending the way that you want them to. This is like something in particular in your life that you're not too happy about anyways. So this World card, it's reversed. It's not ending the way you want it to end, and it's not finalizing maybe a difficult time in your life that you'd like to be done with. You'd like to be done with this. This is a soul lesson, and it's to teach you patience. Capricorns are not known for their patience, and you want to have a rational reason why this is happening. Well, this is happening because it's supposed to happen. I mean, Terra is a Capricorn Sun, Sag, Moon, so beginning and end. Okay, look at that. Interesting. Um, so when we see this world card, we know that it's going to be a struggle because it's the 21st card of the major arcana. Whenever we get a major arcana, we know that this is a soul lesson. And whenever we have a soul lesson, we need to pay attention more than the day-to-day cards, which are done in the lower levels of the minor arcana. In the tarot deck, there's the major and the minor. But this is something that, when you have this, you know that you've been working on this in your life. You want to get rid of something is really bothering you this week. Pay attention to it, journal, see what you can do, see if just changing your way of thinking will help you get rid of the situation. If not, keep thinking. You will think yourself to a resolution, even if it's not something that makes sense to you right now. You will think yourself until you are in knots, probably. Oh dear. Okay. I have my phone on. I better take the sound off. Okay. Danny, I will call you back. So, what am I thinking about with the Capricorn card? So frustrations will be hard for you. Take some time to go and enjoy some music outdoors, or take a walk, or get involved with nature, or get some sun into you if you're in a place that has sun, because I know there's a lot of snow around. Do something for yourself that is physical, that can physically help you get rid of or release some of this frustration that you're feeling. Because I don't want you wound up like a pretzel, Capricorn, and I can see that this is what this week may be feeling like for you. And I feel for you deeply. Believe me, I do. But keep going, because next week's going to be a different week. But like I was saying in the top of the show, in case you missed it, basically, if you have something that's been eating away at you that keeps coming up on these Mercury retrogrades, think it through, journal it, do something, ask for help if you need to. But what's really important right now is that you know that you are not alone. And it's like right where you're supposed to be, even if you're feeling this frustration. Next week will be a different week, and you'll probably have a solution by then if you pay enough attention to what is going on around you, or at least some ideas for a solution if you learn to look at it differently. Okay? Okay. Going on to Aquarius. 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 Let's see what we're going to pick for you today. I gotta let out a big sigh for Aquarius for some reason. The Ten of Cups. It's actually a good week for you. Hey, that's a good thing to see. So the Ten of Cups is talking about having time with family and looking at where you're at with your family life and like what makes you happy. Okay. The Ten of Cups is a good card for you guys. So this week you'll probably have things related to family around you on the forefront of your mind, and it's going to be a happy thought, happy times. I love when I get this card. It's always a joyous occasion. The Ten of Cups is like emotionally really fulfilled, the way deep connections and people, they may not be your actual family, it may be your soul family that you get connected to this week, but it's talking about really being connected and being content with the people around you and appreciating who you have around you in your family. Okay, so that's a nice one. It usually means gatherings and stuff too. So have fun with that, Aquarius. At least have a good one for you this week. Going over to, we'll go to Pisces now. Pisces, I'm pulling for you. You guys know I do this live just to challenge myself so that I can see how many times I stutter, right? No. I like the spontaneity of it because I can at least tell you what I initially feel without censoring. And this is why I do it this way. So you have the Ace of Wands, Pisces. Pisces, this is new beginnings. This is actually, we're going right into your sign anyway. So what a beautiful thing for my Pisces birthday people who are going to be celebrating their birthday this week. Oh, happy birthday, Missy. Happy birthday, Louisa. I know I just missed you guys, but I want to give you a shout out if you're watching. The Ace of Wands is talking about new beginnings here, a fresh start. So beautiful for the Pisces people this week. It should be a good week. Hey, this is two signs now that are having a kind of decent week. I like the sign of this. Okay, so Pisces, look, It's your birthday month, and I say that with all sincerity. For some reason, Pisces like to celebrate their birthday as long as possible. It's not a day, it's a week, it's like a birthday month. And I know that this is your birthday month and it's very important to you. What a better way to start with this energy, with this Pisces energy, to have the Ace of Wands. This is new ideas, new beginnings, new creativity. You're putting in a new chapter in your life and you're thinking about it. You may not be acting upon it just yet, but there's lots of thoughts on how you're going to be changing your world. So pay attention to it, journal it. I'm a big fan of journaling, you guys know that. And see where it takes you this week as you go through the Ace of Wands. Lots of ideas coming through your head. So if you're an ideas person and you rely on ideas for your work, this may be a really good week for you with productivity or at least creativity. So good luck with that, Pisces. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Aries card, let's go to you guys, Aries. Aries wants this card. This card is begging to be pulled out. What is it? It is the Eight of, can you guys see this? The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is showing two people who are communicating mentally. It's like telepathically. It's not exactly spoken, okay? And this is a really cool card to have, because if you have this card, you know somebody's thinking of you, or you're thinking of somebody. You may just get a phone call from somebody out of the blue, out of the past, that means an important part of your life may be coming up again. Somebody who has a connection to you should be thinking about you and you'll be thinking about them. But chances are, if they're in this state, this will actually manifest into an actual conversation. And if it's you that's thinking about somebody, call them. You know, it's a good week to communicate and really have those deep connections for you. You don't get this often, Aries. So pay attention to who's on your mind and see how psychic you are this week, because I definitely think you're going to be seeing your psychic abilities pop out with this card. And it could be kind of exciting for you, especially if you don't think that you're all that psychic. This is a good way to prove it. Okay, going over to Taurus. Taurus. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Pam. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Renee. Hi, Maureen. I see you guys like popping up. It's so nice to see you. Okay, let's see. Taurus, we're getting this card for you. You have the Death card. Okay. The Death card sounds so heinous, but it really is not. The Death card talks about new beginnings. It means like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. In my card, if you can see it as I'm holding it up, it's like this coming into life, like it's a rebirthing of itself. And it actually says on my card somewhere, rebirth. Okay, it's saying that you're having a rebirth, Taurus, very similar to the Pisces Ace of Wands, but much more serious in a sense. Like you may have a new turn in life where a new opportunity comes your way, or something new that is something you've been dreaming of. It has the opportunity to show up, and you can reinvent yourself on a very deep level, on a very spiritual level too. So this Taurus card, the Death card, is like, I don't know, it's a survivalist card, that's for sure. I think that if you can rise up out of the ashes, you're doing something good, you know? I mean, geez, you're taking yourself from scratch and making something of yourself again. So this Taurus card is very, what is the word? It's very fortuitous in a lot of ways, because you get to reinvent yourself, Taurus. And this week you'll have the opportunity to reinvent yourself on one level or another. And, you know, put your intention on how you want to reinvent yourself, because it's important. So this rebirth of self, you may be feeling more energy than you have the whole entire January. You just like start to feel a spark coming up, because that it's like just pushing, like the seed that's coming out of the ground. It's pushing up and needs a little spread of energy. So you may be feeling a lot of energy this week. Take a run, take a walk, Taurus, do some exercise as well. You will find that this will help you channel yourself and be very focused as you move into that new cycle that you're perpetuating. Okay, this is Gemini. Gemini also has something that's a major arcana card here. This is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10 card. It means a cycle. There's a Roman numeral 10 here. Can't ever do the right thing. But it's a new cycle for you, Gemini. You are just about to embark on a new beginning for you. This could be very good, because the Wheel of Fortune, right? So that means that luck is with you. You got Jupiter over here hanging out, And right here, Jupiter is luck. And you see this guy who has a lot of options, so this is a new cycle. And the cycle of numerology goes like 1 to 9, and then 10 levels up. Again, we go, I guess I should say 0 to 9 to 10, and it just levels up like a spiral. So when you get this card, the numerological thing that is talking about in the tarot is that it's an upcycle, it's a new beginning, it's a fresh start, it's full of luck. You have the option to gamble on yourself and try new beginnings, and it will be very fortuitous at this time. Or you can stay put. With Gemini as being the twins here, one twin may not want to do something. One side of yourself may feel very lazy, and the other side of yourself may feel very motivated. Take the risk. Convince both sides of yourself, Gemini, to take that risk to try something new, because I think you're going to find out that you're going to like what is coming up for you. And those who are around you, you know what, even buy a little lottery ticket, a scratch off or something. Prove to yourself that you have good luck, and you'll probably be tickled pink with what you see happens. And definitely share your story down below if you do have something good happen to you this week, Gemini. Okay, going to Cancer. Oh, my sensitive Cancer. We just got out of that Cancer moon. You guys have been up and down all around emotionally, and then we hit this week, and what do we have for you? We have the Lovers card. Ooh, this is a good card. It's another major arcana card. So Cancer is the Lovers card. Now, it could mean a few things. It can mean the obvious, that you could have some passion this week. I'm not going to lie. It could mean that. But it also has a deeper meaning. The lovers in the story of the tarot is there are two star-crossed lovers that are young. They're very young. And they need to go and see the world. So their parents send them off. And they go and see the world. And when they come back, they meet each other up again and say, are you what I need at this point in time? This is what the Lovers card really means. Is this what you really need at this point in time? This means reevaluation too. So you may find that you're reevaluating something that you're not sure if you want to continue or not. This could be a relationship. This could be a job. This could be how you handle finances. This could be many, many things, but it's something, it could be, God, it could be a lot of things. What do I feel though with Cancer? I feel this has to do with relationships to self and the relationships to others. I needed to sit down and center in my head for a second while I was looking at that. And so for Cancers, you may be revisiting, what you and your partner are to each other. You may be revisiting how you want to treat yourself in the relationship. It feels like this has a lot of interpersonal energy for you guys this week. So if you find yourself with some heavy conversations and some tears shed or some happiness felt with like what you're getting from your partner, great. But this card tells us that we revisit things so that we can improve upon them, just like I was talking about in the beginning of the show. So there is a theme going on here. Let's see where we're at with Leo. It's not a bad thing revisiting things, Cancer. It can strengthen a relationship as much as it's scary to think about. So just hang tight. Things that look like they may be scary when it comes to facing emotions, you can have some really good breakthroughs if you push yourself this week. Okay. Over to Leo. Leo has the 7 of discs. Let me show you what this is. Leo has the 7 of discs. Now, it says failure, and it seems so harsh to me when I hear what they say, because I look at it, it's a German who did it, and I look at it and I see nostalgia, not failure. The man sitting on a rock with all his balls in the air, not handling his situation because he's thrown all his worries up. He's reminiscing about the past and what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Leo, you may be having a moment like this, and you may be finding yourself nostalgic of what things were when they were better. You have to ask yourself, how did you get to this point if they aren't so good, and see if you can work through that. not sit here and cry about it. You get like 5 minutes to cry, Leo, and then you have to start acting. This card is not going to make you act out. This card is going to make you want to sit and wallow. But it's not a good card to do that. It's a good card for reflection and improvement as opposed to self pity. So be careful with this one, Leo. You could be thinking about things and wishing things were better and sabotaging yourself if you don't look at the action part of this. The action part of this is you're looking at what you have manifested up to this part. You still have the ability to act and change things. It is not the end. This is the thing. The 7 is indicating change, which means that if you consciously put your mind to what you were reminiscing about and sad about, you could change the possibility of your outcome. So this is a good card for Leo, but you have to look at it in the positive vein. Because it's saying that change is happening here, and with this change, you can have something better where it used to be. But it's not here because things have to change, and usually they have to change on your end. Okay? Going over to Virgo. Virgo has the Knight of Wands. Okay, Virgo. The Knight of Wands. Whenever we get a Knight, we know that there's a situation that is either coming in or coming out. In this instance, I feel for Virgo, you're going to hear good news coming in. If you are applying for a job and you've been waiting very patiently but haven't been hearing anything, this is the week that you'll probably be hearing some news or at least a letter to continue on to where you started. It'll either be good news or bad news, but my guess is it's going to be good news for the most part, okay? It's the news that is telling you where you stand and what is to be anticipated for. So I feel good about this because here is the news coming in that you've been waiting for, Virgo. Pay attention to this news because it's supposed to be something that's important for you and an opportunity for you if you treat it right. So there is news coming. That's good. And I'm excited to, and it has to do directly with you, Virgo. So those of you who are looking for jobs, you're probably going to hear something good this week. And I can't wait to hear your stories. Libra. Let's go to Libra. Libra has the 2 of Cups. Yay. I like this card. Libra, this is a good card to have. It is talking about love and self-love. It's a beautiful card. You see these 2 people holding on to each other and embracing each other. That really warm feeling of feeling good. This is what you're going to be striving for this week because you're going to need it, Libra. The 2 of Cups is like giving a lot of support with your partner and support within yourself, and you find that you're treating yourself well this week because you need to. It's been a rough couple weeks, Libra, so this is your week to pamper yourself. I do like that card. Don't you? Libras get, instead of Libras, I wrote Lisa. What do you think? What do you think I was thinking? I was thinking about how does this pertain to me? Am I getting a pedicure? I don't know what this means. But it is a good week for us, Libras. Obviously, I'm a Libra. I do think that what we do find this week is that there is a lot of pampering going on. Give yourself that bath. Give yourself that pedicure. Treat yourself nicely because this is the time in the week out of this month that you're going to be able to do something nice, and I encourage it. And I will figure out what to do for myself. I think a pedicure is in need. I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm thinking. Okay, going on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you guys have had a really rough week. I've talked to like 5 Scorpios this week, and I just want to give them all hugs because I know they're wanting to pull their hair out with certain situations. It's been rough. Let's see, Scorpio, here we go. Scorpio is the Queen of Discs. Hey, guess what, Scorpio? Money's coming your way. You're going to get paid this week. Oh, dear God. That's a good thing. So for Scorpio, Scorpio likes knowing when money is coming in. It's going to be, if you're trying to sell something, this is going to be a good week for you to sell something. It's a good week. You'll probably get a paycheck that you've been looking for, Scorpio. This is a good week for you. Money is coming in. It's a fruitful week. You'll see that this is actually a pretty good luck week for you with this Queen of Discs. You may not... you may not be expecting this money either, which I think is also really a fun thing to think about. I mean, I love when money comes in that's unexpected, but I do think it's actually from work. Maybe it was work where somebody forgot to pay you for a while, and all of a sudden they pay you, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. This type of thing. Um, some of you guys don't have jobs that people forget to pay you. That's nice. Uh, yeah, that's nice. There are jobs out there in this world where people forget to pay you. It's not a big deal, but it's nice when they do remember. And most of the time, I don't have that happen to me, but I've had it happen in the past, and people have been always honest. It's been nice. I mean, I'll forget, and then they pay me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thanks. That's an added bonus. So I know that feeling well, and that's what Scorpio is going to have this week. Is money is coming your way, Scorpio. So hang tight here. You're going to be lucky ducky. Who else was lucky? The Geminis were lucky this past week too. So that's a little unexpected windfall for you, and I think it'll be a good thing. Okay, let's take a look. Um, let's take a look at one more. It is the Sagittarius. Sagittarius has the Star card. Be careful what you wish for, Sagittarius. You may just get it. All right, that's not really a bad card. It's a good card, but it also is really dependent on what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on good things, Sagittarius, you will get those good things. If you're focusing on bad things, you may manifest those bad things too. We are the manifestations of our thoughts. Remember that. And this is one of these times when you get this card, the Star card, you have to remember it is more important your thoughts here on how you think about things than your actions. So be careful what you're thinking about. You may just get it. If you hate your job and you want out of it, you might just find yourself out of your job. I mean, this is a lot of times people don't realize how this can affect them. But with the Sagittarius, I'm just supposed to tell you, try to think positive this week. Think of good things, and you will get what you're desiring. Okay, that's important. All right, it's a Star card. So as I look at, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. So almost half of us, okay, it's a small minority here. Like 40% of us have major weeks this week that are going to be, very typical of Mercury retrograde on how you're going to have to deal with things. So definitely pay attention to yourself, your actions, and how you treat other people this next week for everybody, because some of us are going to be having better weeks than others, and you could set the ones off and you don't know who they are unless you know a lot about their charts. But I'm telling you very nicely, treat each other with kindness, like how you would want to be treated, and maybe we'll have a smooth week. And good things and blessings can come our way that way. Let's take a look at this. Gene, so you're not going to have the deposition. Any financial advice? You're a Scorpio. I just said money was coming this way for you this week, Gene. That could work for you. I do like this because I think you're a Scorpio, if I remember correctly. Let me see, but I am pulling 3 cards for you, Gene. All right. Princess of Cups, the Dominion card, and the Wealth card. Okay, I can see how your deposition isn't going to happen. You have the Home card here. So, but it says eventually money is going to be coming your way, Gene. You have the 10 of discs. Whenever this does happen, it's going to be good for you. And I'm actually feeling that you're going to be getting money coming your way from something that you applied for. Something's going to be coming in. You've been very lucky, Gene. It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but you're very lucky with money coming your way, things that you don't think about, and it just kind of happens for you. And that's what I think. You applied for something, and it's going to happen to keep you going until you get this whole thing resolved. Whatever's going on, you've got like a couple different things going on around here as I'm tapping into you, but I'm talking about the deposition. Like, you'll win that lawsuit against your family, and then there's the other legal matter that I'm seeing here, that money's coming your way. But yeah, hang tight, Gene. I feel good about that. I hope that makes sense to you. Let's see, who else? Yes, I finally made it to the live stream, and so did you, Renee. Yay. And so did Pamela. Found my live chat. This is great. Oh, thanks, Maureen. That was really sweet of you. Let's see. If only we could fix the IRS getting my 2019 amended refund that I've been waiting on for 33 plus weeks. Hey, Maureen, that sucks. You've had to wait 33 weeks for your tax return? It's coming. I'll say what they're saying. It's coming. It'll be here. I actually think you're going to be getting it before you get to April. You'll be getting it probably in March. I know. It's been a mess. But you know what? It's going to be okay. You will get that tax return, and it'll be right when you need it. So it's, I guess, evidently you don't need it right now as much as you think you need it. It has a better perfect time to show up. Okay, and Tara would like a card to be John, if I feel free to do so, of course. Tara, when's your birthday? I noticed that you started doing some podcasts on your own, Miss Tara, and I thought that they were fantastic. Though what I did see, I like you doing readings and like talking about cards and stuff. That's nice to see you on it. It's nice to see other people doing this besides myself. It really is. And then they understand just like how it's not as easy as it seems sometimes. And there's some good joy. Oh, 1229. Okay, so you're a Capricorn. You had the World Cup, the World card earlier. Let's see. Okay. Did you just lose a friend, Tara, or something? There's a loss here that's causing sadness. That I'm seeing here. There's also work card being released from work, which I think is interesting. Are you not working? And then the High Priestess card is to follow your intuition, is what I'm getting. So I'm almost feeling compelled to say that a friend from the other side wants to say hello to you. Someone that you lost. Interesting. Okay, the work card being released here, and then the High Priestess card for you. Keep doing this metaphysical stuff that you're doing, Tara Elizabeth. I think that you're on the right track with whatever you're doing there, by the way. So what else do I want to do for you guys? Gosh, we're only at 1:32 p.m. This is crazy. I guess I'm going to have to talk a little bit more about what's going. Oh, Shelly wants a card. Well, we'll start with Shelly, and then I'll do some more then later. Let's take a look. Shelly. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, not just one, Shelly, just because. Let's take a look here. Everybody's calling me right now. Nobody seems to realize that this is the day of my show. I mean, we're talking family. I tell them this is the time that I do my show, and they all seem to be calling at the same time. Okay. Shelly, you have the work card as well. This is interesting. Hold on. Shelly, you've been going through a hard time here. You have the work card, like that you've been burdened with a lot of burdens that you're finally unburdened, and you're finding yourself stuck in your situation. I feel this is around work here. But you have the self-love card this week, so you must have Libra somewhere. I'm curious to know where. And that you should be pampering yourself from going through a really hard time here. And it's looking like you're completing a relationship. Are you in a relationship now? Or did you get done with a relationship? Because it looks like maybe the doors opened for a slight moment here, and now you're closing the doors again. Does this make sense to you? So there's an open and shut, like somebody was coming in and out with you, Shelly. Let's take a look. But you have also, I had to pull 2 more cards on you, Shelly, because it didn't feel complete. You're also trying to figure out here if you want to move forward with a situation. So there seems to be some confusion about completing a situation or moving forward with a situation here. I think it has to do with relationships, though. So there's a relationship question coming on here. Am I correct with this? It's telling me to do what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. Does this make sense to you? So, I don't know what's going on with Shelly. She's writing it out though, so maybe she'll give me a hint on what I'm picking up here. Hopefully I can figure out a way to replace income. Well, Tara, keep doing your podcasts. There may be like more that comes up around that. So Shelly says it makes total sense. Okay. Well, keep doing what you're doing. That's like the key that I think that you're wanting to hear. And hopefully with this relationship thing that's going on here, just keep going the course that you're going, and it's going to work out the way that it should. It shows you as a strong woman knowing what you want, though, so don't settle for less. Okay, I'm glad that makes total sense to her. Sometimes when you're reading and people ask you to draw a card or whatnot, they understand the message that you're trying to give them, even if you don't understand the message necessarily. So this is why I check back and look in my comments to make sure that I'm right on target with them too. And you've been working tons of overtime. That's why you're so burdened with work. Okay, that makes sense. Pam wants a card. She's 11-4. I'd like a card if you're so moved. All the Pams that I know are like 8-4, 9-4, 11-4. They're always born on the 4th. I always find that very interesting. See, 11-4. I'm pulling a card for you. So you have the Chariot card, Pam. You're not sure to move forward on a situation or not, and you're stopping yourself from having new beginnings. There's some confusion there. And the problem is if you let the confusion go on too long, Pam, let me show you the card. If you let the confusion go on too long, what's going to happen here is that the situation is going to take over for itself. So let's take a look at what this is about. I have to pull 2 more cards, but I'm shuffling for you, Pam, just because I know you're doing what you need to be doing. I got through that really quickly. Okay, second card is the Queen of Discs. So there's some money coming in for you, Pam. Oh, well, wait a second. I said that money was coming in for Scorpio, and you're a Scorpio too, so there is money coming your way. So you're one of the people who needed to hear that. And are you looking for a better job, Pam? I'm curious. Or a promotion? Because there seems to be you not being satisfied with something and like taking a big leap and making something happen for yourself here as well. So I hope you can answer that question. I know there's a slight delay, but it feels good what's going on around you, Pam. The movement that you're going towards, but it's warning me to take control of the situation, for you to take control, not me. It's warning me to tell you to take control of the situation and like steer your ship where you want to go, kind of deal, because it looks like you're looking for these new beginnings. I think this is surrounding work though, or something to do with career or what you're supposed to be doing. You're having a shift, a change. I would even say a promotion of sorts, the way this looks at for you. So I'm curious to see, are you looking for new work? Looking to keep your job? Very slow at the moment. I'm the oldest in my group. You'll keep your job. I actually think I don't know, going to be okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. If anything, you're probably going to get a raise. I know you don't see it, but I see it. There seems to be changes here. I don't think you're going to lose your job at all. Was that a question that you were curious about, Pam? I am curious to know. So that would be nice to find out. And you're bored. Well, why don't you look for a better job, a better paying job, or something that's higher up in the company or something? Because honestly, I think you could keep your job, but I could see you also evolving into something new, but you'd have to take the direction to do that. If you're bored, I don't know. Bored makes the day go by longer, when you're bored. Do you guys remember when you were sitting there waiting for the last 5 minutes of class and it would never go out? And then when you're enjoying yourself, it goes by so fast. When you're bored, your life goes by very slowly. Try to stimulate yourself, Pam. Maybe look for something a little bit different to do, because I saw good things. Like I saw like more money. I saw like promotion of some sort. So, look and see if there's opportunities around. Something may just fall into your lap and you decide, should I go for it or not? I mean, I know you've been, I feel like you've been where you've been for a little while now, and you don't feel like changing. But changing it up, I think, would be a good thing for you. I'm like getting the sense that a change would be very good for you, and not to stress about it. Just allow the universe to like show you the way, and like meditate on that and see what happens. Oh, new message. Hold on. I am Pam. Aw, lovely. Hello, Kweli. How are you doing today? I think you asked for something, didn't you? Like you said you were, well, you didn't ask, but you're a Virgo rising. And what was Virgo rising? Knight of Wands. News is coming in for you too. And some levels, probably around your work too. Let's see. What else do we have? We've got the Queen of Swords for you, Kweli. You just know how to like master your life. It feels very chaotic right now, but you're on top of it from what it's showing me. So good for you. I think that's very impressive. Let's see. Oh, I got a reading on this end too. Hold on. I've got more than one page going on here. I love how this happens. Okay, Wendy wants me to pull a card for her. I will do that. See what's going on for this week. I think there were some questions on whether to mediate or not. Let's take a look. Ace of Cups. The Star card. The Devil card. Okay, so concerns about finances are coming up for you, Wendy, about like how you're going to pay for everything. I mean, it doesn't look like it works itself out. I see you asking, I see you asking for money, or for assistance for money, and one way works and the other way doesn't. I see it happening through legal channels more than I do through just asking. So I definitely feel like it's going to be a rough week for you, and you're not going to get much accomplished this week, but there is money coming your way, and it just doesn't look like it this week. Just wait till next week and things will work itself out. Things have a way of working itself out, even if it looks like it's not going to work itself out. I see also the Ace of Cups, which could be new beginnings for you. You could be finding out that you have the job that you were looking for, or yeah, I think you'll be hearing back from a job that you were hoping to hear back from this week. So, and this will make you happy. So this is good. I hopefully can see you in about a week or two, because I think it's going to be a rough week on some levels, especially when it's looking at your divorce, but a good week on the income level of maybe getting another opportunity with work here, which will be very good for you. Oh, good. Pam said, thank you, Lisa. That was great. Hopefully, we'll be adding to my task. Don't want to leave the company at this age. Just want to feel engaged. We'll look around the company. Maybe there's something else that you can do as well. Okay? Yeah, because I do think that you've got something else going on here that will be good. Okay, going on to Leslie. Let me take a look at Leslie here. Scorpio. See a lot of movement around you, Leslie. You've got a lot of wheels turning going on here. Sorry I missed your phone call last night. I was on the other line doing a reading. But I can take a look. And this is not Leslie, my mother. This is Leslie H. Focus is on family, so you're looking at the kids right now and trying to figure out. You're wondering whether to withdraw them from the school or not, is what it's looking like. The kids. You got to do what's best. I would hold off for a week and then see where you feel like you want to be, Leslie, because I think there's something else going on here. And you're facing you're facing a system that's much bigger than you. You're not going to make the changes that you want to make with work. But what I'm seeing is that you can still outsmart them in your own way. And I'm looking to see when you're going to be jumping ship from one group to another, because I do see you jumping ship probably within 7 weeks from here. So keep me posted on that one as well. All right. One more. 2 questions. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who else wants a card? I'm good at that. We all know that I can do the cards. Okay. Hold on. I'm just looking at my other thing here. Scrolling through the messages here. It sounds like Lisa. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Oh, Lori Love, I love what you wrote. That was very sweet. I love that beautiful heart. Pam says, Amy, I'd love a card for the years, please. Health and wealth is what Amy Imhoff wants. Okay, Amy, we can do it. I knew I just had to scroll for a second to see everybody. So I've got like 4 different feeds. And nobody can see each other. And Kweli, you can have a card too. Just let me get Amy first. All right. Amy, let's take a look at you. You have the Nine of Cups. You have good news coming in here, something that you're going to take emotionally. If you take a look at this card, it's a very favorable card. Knights are always coming in or going out of the situation. In this instance, it's something that's coming in. I actually feel that this is more around, let me see, it's around twofold. It's around work. Okay, so that's good. It's also around, well, there's something to do with your mother. But also, it felt like relationships, family. I'm curious as to what's going on around your mom right now, Amy. There seems to be like a need to try to reach out, or I don't know if you can reach out or not. Something surrounding that. But then the focus is on family here. And then there's also something with work with you, having to deal with a female boss here, which is good. There's news coming in about changes around something, or a female patron. Someone that's older than you that you're dealing with is what I'm seeing. So I'm curious about that. But it's all basically good news. It's just, but this doesn't have to do about your health. This has to do about your mom's health, I think. I'm all over the board here. So what do I want to tell you, Amy? Hold on. Let me really look at this. So your health is fine from what I'm seeing, Amy. I am curious about your mother's health. Is there changes in your mother's health that you're looking for this year that you're going to be hearing something of? Can you keep us posted with that so I can understand that a little bit more? You will be getting money around you with your work. I did talk about that woman person that I feel that's going to be around you that you'll be dealing with, but I think she's going to help you make the changes that you need in your work situation here. And I also heard that there was good news coming in. I hope this all makes sense to you. That's what I'm getting for you, Amy, and that was meant for you. Let's take a look at Kweli. Kweli, what's your birthday? I know you're a Virgo rising, because you just said that. One more comment. And Sharon would just love a card. Sharon. I hope I'm saying that right. Sharon? Okay. Oh, 2173. So let's take a look at you, Kweli. Getting 3 cards for Kweli today. Ace of Discs. Nine of Cups. Okay, so Kweli, you have new beginnings going around you as far as bringing in money. It looks like you're going to be thinking of bringing in new ways to bring in money around in your household, which I find is interesting. I feel that your job stays the same, but you are being creative about bringing in money into the household is what I'm seeing. And it's through something that somebody told you about. That's interesting. Maybe you're going into resale or something like that, because it just felt like something that you're doing. You're walking away from one thing and you're picking up a new venture here, and it actually works. So I am curious to see what you were getting yourself involved with. but it felt like a new creative way to make money at the house. And it wasn't you changing what you're doing for work. It was just something added, and it has to do with the family. It may be one of the kids bringing an idea that they want to do with you or something like that with the family with as an extra income, because I felt it was family related. So yeah, good luck with that and keep us posted with what this might be. I'm curious to see what happens there. Um, and Sharon would love a card. Let's take a look. Oh, 1129. You're Sagittarius, Sharon. Princess of Discs. So you're waiting for things to happen, Sharon. Like this is like it's in the works. You're like waiting for this to like happen to you, happen for you. It like in the stages of pregnancy. It just hasn't happened yet. You have a few more weeks to wait for this, Sharon. This is like saying that like you're in the midst of something here, but you're just waiting for things to like manifest for you, but you're not crazy because they're here. They're just showing that you just have to be patient, and that's what I'm getting for you is be patient. Things are in the work, and you will see that this is going to be the fruit of your labors here, but you just the timing isn't right on this. This is telling me that big changes are going to be happening for you come the fall as well, which is interesting. And there's shifts in your friendships, which is good. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but there's like positive shifts in the friendships, and also taking a look at which direction that you wanted. There's some people that I think you're going to be keeping in your life, and some people that you may be thinking about not continuing on with the friendships with this, from what I'm seeing. But I do see you walking away from things that are toxic from you as well. So there are a lot of shifts for you while you're waiting here for certain things to manifest for you. I hope this makes sense for you, Sharon, because this is the message that you get. Oh, maybe it's your healing and practice massage and Reiki. Thank you. Yeah, well, you know what, Chloe, if you're doing that, I have a feeling that you're going to be like bringing in some clients or something in this next couple of weeks. And it's going to be very helpful. Maybe you do this with things in mind that you want to get for the family or something like that. Probably your kids. I understand how that goes. But yeah, definitely start that up, Kweli. I mean, it's not that you haven't started it up, but fire it up. I mean, put that energy out there because it looks like you're going to be getting new people in on your massage and Reiki, your healing practice there. So that's fantastic. And I can't wait to see what happens for you. Okay, let's take a look. Did I miss anybody on my different feeds? Let's see. Hi, Adam. It's good to see you. Um, let's see. I think I got everybody. Is there anybody else? Well, I'm just going to pull and just a general one now to close out the show. What is something that we all need to hear, as I've done everybody else's cards for the most part? The Sun card. Aw, okay. I love this card. This is my favorite card in the whole deck, and this is what I pulled out, and this is what I get to say to you guys today. This is a great card. This is talking about the yes card. The yes, say yes to things in life. This is the happiness card. This is like my favorite card on so many levels because it screams happiness, this card, the Sun card. So whenever you get the Sun card, I'm supposed to be wishing you guys blessings and happiness and love and light and all that good stuff. Um, Remember that every battle is won before it's even fought. So make sure the energy that you have in your mind is positive energy, focusing towards the positive things in life. Make good choices with that type of energy. Know that your thoughts are what keeps you, where you are today. I know it makes a lot of sense, and it doesn't make all that much sense sometimes when you try to like put it into practice. But you know, when I had talked about Turnaround Tuesdays, which I didn't get to today, but it is all about your thoughts. And if you can isolate what your thoughts are and see if they're yours or not, that's the first step to seeing, hey, is this a thought that I had, or is this a thought that somebody put in my mind? That's your homework assignment, is when you see these things that are stopping you, take a look at the thoughts that you have around them, write them down, even if you don't agree with them, see if they're your thoughts or not, or is this something that you picked up along the way. That's your next step for your turnaround to see, Are these your thoughts or not? If they're not your thoughts, what are they doing there? And are they really valid? Isn't it important what you think the most? You know, I'll leave you with that. And just know that, we're all here at 12 Radio and 12listen.com. If you ever need to talk to us about anything, there's me and a whole team of wonderful psychic advisors that are here to help you any day of the week, anytime, 24 hours a day. There is somebody always there willing to listen, to help, and to guide you in the ways that you may need to be guided as we go through this life, because sometimes we all need guidance, and this is why I do this, is to help everybody so that we have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and that you can see that you're not alone. Okay, have a great day, everybody. I hope you all are well and happy and healthy, and I will see you next week here live on 12radio.com, where we are changing the way you listen to this world. Thank you very much, Scott, and I am out of here. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.